guys, it's Jessie V. So today I have my long-awaited March Q&A, and I got the questions from you guys from Instagram and from Twitter. So if you aren't following me on there, that is where I answer your questions. So I'm excited, guys. Because the title of this video is called My Crazy Allergic Reaction, that is the question that I am gonna answer first for you guys. Because no, I don't leave you waiting, okay? I don't do that. So Haley asks, are you allergic to anything? If so, what? P.S. I love you so much. I love you too, girl. Okay, so there's only one thing that I am allergic to, and it's the weirdest thing, like, ever. It's such a weird allergy. So back when I was around 2 years old, my mom and I went to the grocery store, and she has me in the, like, seat part of the cart, and she's just pushing me around through the aisles. So at one point, we're passing by the sunscreen aisle, and me, as a little 2-year-old, I reach over to the shelf and grab down this pink suntan lotion, and I put it in my mom's purse without her knowing. So she just shops for the rest of the time, and she checks out all of her stuff with the cashier, and then we go back to the car, and we're driving home, and she reaches into her purse, and she sees this pink suntan lotion, and she's like, how the heck did this get in here? And like, I didn't admit it at first. I was just like, I don't know, I didn't do it. So the next day we went to the beach, and my mom was like, okay, well, since I have this pink suntan lotion, I guess we're just gonna use it. So she like lathers me up, and literally about half an hour later, I was breaking out in like hives. There was rashes all over my body. I was literally red. So there was something in the ingredient of this pink suntan lotion that made me completely break out. I had a huge allergic reaction to the point where my parents freaked out so much they had to rush me to the hospital, and ever since then my parents have told all the teachers at my schools and everything else that I'm allergic to this pink suntan lotion. Like, have you ever heard of anybody else being allergic to pink suntan lotion? Because it might only be me. Honestly, my mom, like, once she found out I had stolen the suntan lotion, she told me it was kind of like karma because I stole it, but like, I was like 2, like, I didn't understand what stealing was. But anyways, that was my crazy allergic reaction. So what am I allergic to? Pink suntan lotion. Do you think you have changed since your first video? Personality wise, no, not at all, but I feel like I've slightly changed in terms of my confidence level. Like, when I first went on YouTube, I was super nervous to kind of expose myself and to talk online to tons of people. So you can definitely see, if you watch my earlier videos, that I was talking a bit quieter. I wasn't letting out my full personality, but as I got used to YouTube, it really pushed up my confidence, and I was able to really be who I really was. Who is this person right here who really doesn't care how weird she is and doesn't care how loud or crazy she is. That's who I really have always been, but at the beginning of YouTube, I just kind of held it back a bit because I was nervous. Is there any times in your life when you almost died? Okay, so I think the worst time was when I had my lung collapse. My lung collapsed to the point where it was almost at a fatal level, and I actually made a V-time about the time my lung collapsed. It's like way back, I don't even know, last year at some point. So it is out there if you want to hear that story, but that was definitely a very scary time in my life. What would your Patronus be? You know what? I think it would be a manatee. I love manatees, and I know it looks weird, but that would be my Patronus, just a manatee. I love manatees. Imagine like if I went to Hogwarts and everyone's like showing what the Patronus is, and then like I do it and they're like, really? Yours is a manatee? That's like weird. Are you still learning who you are? Yeah, definitely. I think for the most part, I know who I am, but I mean, I think we all still grow each year, no matter what. Even if you found out who you are, I feel like you're still learning more about yourself. So I think I'd say yes to that. What are your favorite videos to make? Really? Do you really have to ask? I'm sure you guys know exactly my favorite videos to make, and those are story times. Always have been and always will be. Can you do a cartwheel? I love you so much. I love you too. No, I can't. If I try, it ends up being a crooked somersault. It just doesn't work. I've never been able to do any sort of gymnastics or any sort of anything. I can't do it. Do you plan on getting any more tattoos? Yes, I do. I plan on getting 3 more. I don't really know when or where it's gonna be, so I will let you guys know when it gets closer to the time that I'm getting a new tattoo. But I definitely want like roses on my shoulders, and there's 2 other ones, but I don't know where to put them on my body, so I'll get back to you on that one. Would you ever try to put a whole potato in your mouth? No, I can't say that I would. I don't really see the point. I would rather my jaw not break in half, you know? If you could have dinner with anyone famous, dead or alive, who would it be? This is a really difficult question, and the sad thing is that the first person that came into my mind was Ian Somerhalder, and that is Damon Salvatore from Vampire Diaries. I don't know why, but he was the first person that went to my head when I read this question. There's probably someone way better I can think of, but he's the first one that came to mind, so.
Do you believe in life after love?
Yes. What is your future plans with Kyle? Just as a grammar person, I think it's supposed to say what are your future plans, but it's okay. Okay, it's fine. I'm not a teacher, it's fine. Honestly, I think our next step is moving in together. I'm getting a new house, but I don't think he's gonna move in right away because he's still in school. But in the future, we'll move in together and hopefully get married and have a kid or two, but that's probably kind of far down the line, so I don't know yet really. Have you ever been depressed, and if you have, why? Yeah, I was actually diagnosed with depression back in grade 10, so that was quite a while ago. That was like 6 years ago now. I mean, there's no really reason. It's mostly just the chemicals in your brain. I mean, depression never really goes away, but you learn to deal with it. If you guys want me to make a video about that, I definitely can. I can make a video about my anxiety disorder and my depression, and hopefully it'll help you guys in some way. What's the last anxiety attack you had and why? By the way, I love you so much. I love you too. My last anxiety attack was definitely last week when I got my blood work taken. I just freak out at blood and needles. It just, those two combinations do not work well together, and this nurse came to my house to take my blood, which I've never experienced before. Usually I go to the doctor and get it taken, but she actually came to my house and she took my blood over the kitchen table, which was so weird. But yeah, I had a massive anxiety attack, but after it was done, I was good. Are you proud of Leo for winning an Oscar? Yes, guys, literally. I was watching the TV and like just jumped out of my seat when he won and started screaming. Oh my gosh, I was so excited for him. This was like long awaited. It's been too long. He should have got this award like a million years ago. So good job, Leo. I love you. If you worked at Disneyland, what would you do or be? I would definitely want to be Sleeping Beauty because that's my favorite princess like ever. But our hair color is totally different, so I'd have to wear like a wig or something. The only other person who I'd want to be is Meg from Hercules, and I think our hair color kind of more goes together, although hers is kind of more reddish brown, but I could dye it for her. I would dye it to be Meg. If Kyle was the last person on Earth, would you kill him? Why would I do that? If he was the last person on Earth with me, I'd want him around for as long as possible. If I killed him, I'd be alone. So no, I wouldn't do that. Star Wars or Harry Potter? Choose one. This is like, oh my gosh, this is so difficult, and I'm probably gonna upset some Harry Potter fans, but definitely Star Wars over Harry Potter. But those two are like both amazing, so it's a really difficult decision, okay? Shush. Great question. Thanks for the question. Do you hate listening to your voice when you edit videos? Not being mean, I just hate listening to my voice on video. It's definitely weird constantly hearing my voice when I'm editing, but I think over time I've just gotten used to it. Definitely at first I was kind of like, do I really sound like that? Is that really my voice? But now I'm just used to it, and I wouldn't call it annoying anymore, but it's still a little weird for sure. Anyways, guys, those are all the questions I'm gonna answer today. Thank you so much for watching. I will be doing an April Q&A, so if you guys want your questions included, just follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and you can send one in and maybe be in my next video, so yeah. Oh, before I go, I have to tell you guys about a really awesome St. Patrick's Day announcement. Let me just put my St. Patty's Day hat on because, you know, it just fits with the theme here. Alright, there we go. So many of you know I've announced it before that I have these really awesome surprise packs on my website, and basically you order a surprise pack, you tell me your age, your favorite color, your size, everything, and I put together this awesome surprise pack for you. And because we're coming up to St. Patrick's Day, we're doing like a green theme, so everything you order is going to be like green and St. Patrick's Day themed. It's really cool. So we have like these awesome nail decor stuff. We have these really pretty green tops, like really pretty. Hold on, I got it all messed up. Like they're super pretty. This is so soft, and it has these like little gold gems on it. So pretty. So there's this. We have like dresses, green dress over here. We have like all kinds of St. Patrick's Day stuff, so if you guys want a surprise pack, I will put the link in the description below to that website, and yeah, get your St. Patty's Day on, guys. As usual, guys, my social media information is below, along with my vlog channel and my P.O. Box information, so check that out, and until next time, guys, bye!